It is Magic 107.5, 97.5. Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Dr. Ian Smith, author of the new book, Flex Diet. It's actually, I think, when's the last time we've been in the studio, bro? Like, we've been Zoom for like, since Freaknik. Last time he was actually in the studio, bro.
Not Freaknik.
It's been a long time, man.
Listen, we're not going to start this. I've had a long day today. You're not
Don't
The
put it on
Freaknik
me.
guy, the diet.
Look, don't get mad at me because what happened? The Brinks truck was late. I asked for all 20s.
There he goes.
You see, it just takes a little bit to get him going, right?
You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, I knew it.
What's the new book, man? What's going on?
Listen, this is called the Flex Diet. I'm going to tell you something. I've written a lot of books.
Right.
This plan is ridiculous. I discovered it because so many people were saying to me, I'm doing the right thing, eating the right food, exercising, and it ain't working.
Yeah.
So I said, why is this happening? Mm-hmm. I discovered a term called metabolic flexibility. It sounds fancy. What it means basically is that the body has a switch. You can burn carbs and you can burn fat. Those are our big fuels we like to burn.
Right.
But unfortunately, your switch gets stuck. You can only burn carbs well, or you can only burn fat well.
Not both?
Not both. Those people are metabolically inflexible.
Okay.
So this is a 6-week plan to get people to be able to burn anything they eat. If you're eating pasta, you can burn it. You're eating steak, you can burn it. And so it's 6 weeks. It unsticks your metabolism. I did a Facebook group of 1,000 people in January before the book came out. It just came out this week. People lost up to 20 pounds. The average weight loss was 14 pounds in 6 weeks, 8 to 10 inches. One lady dropped 25 pounds, and it's across the spectrum. I got guys in there, menopausal women, young women, older women, 70-year-olds. So this program is all about regular food and doing something called cyclical keto, which means you cycle in and out of keto, but then you do carb days. It's crazy. It's great.
Give me a typical day of meals.
So the first 2 weeks is carb loading. You're going to have pancakes, bacon, oatmeal, regular food.
Right.
A little bit of pizza, a little bit of pasta, some salmon if you want.
Right.
First 2 weeks. Then the last 4 weeks is when we start cycling in and out of keto. So we'll do 2 days of carbs.
Yeah.
And then 5 days of keto. So in your keto days, you're going to have steak. You're going to have more fats. Right?
Okay.
Because we're setting your body into ketosis so it can burn your fat for energy.
Right.
But this isn't one of those keto programs where it's long-term keto, where you're on there for like weeks.
Right.
No. 2 days of carbs, 5 days of keto, 2 days of carbs, 5 days of keto. And it teaches your body how to unstick that switch. Now you're going to burn carbs sometimes, then you're going to burn fats.
Okay.
That is why it's called the Flex Diet.
Is it something that you got to do like meal prep for?
No. If you look, every day is spelled out for you. Every day has options. I'm just picking up and just flipping to a page. For this particular day, for example, your lunch could be a cup and a half of pasta with some tomatoes and some veggies and a non-creamy sauce. Or you could have a large salad with some protein. Could be, shrimp. Could be chicken. So no, every day is spelled out for you, and you can customize it to what you want to eat.
Now, from your other books, are any of the people in your other books like the mystery?
Shred.
No.
Oh, mystery. Yeah.
Are any of these people on the diet in the book?
They are actually. Oh no, you mean? Oh, I know what you're saying. You crazy? No, they're not. But that's a good idea though. To put my characters on my diet and my novels. Yeah. Well,
I ain't gonna keep helping you, bro. We've been friends. You keep on telling me what I'm gonna hook you up, bro. Then I give you these great ideas. Why? Like, who's one of your main characters?
Ash Kane.
Why is he not on the diet? I'm struggling with my keto.
That's a good idea actually.
All my ideas.
I know
they are.
They are. I have a new Ash Kane coming out May 30th. It's called The Overnights.
Dr. Ian Smith is in the studio, author of the new book, Flex Diet. Do you miss TV?
I do it when I need to do it.
Yeah.
I like TV. I've been doing it for a long time. It's fun. The beauty of I like live TV.
Right.
Okay. And the reason why I like live TV is because it's pressured. Like it's not taped. You got to get it right.
Right.
And so I like doing live interviews. It's fun. I like live radio. I do tape, but I like when you can actually be spontaneous.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't fix it. You say it. It is what it is.
Doughboy. Your Doughboy phone.
What? Oh, one of my many
ventures.
Busting ventures is going off. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on either. I'm talking through it though.
Come here, Watson. I need you.
Yeah, I'm talking through it like I don't hear nothing.
Hey, Doc, real quick. So, me being a diabetic, and this is a question a lot of diabetics have, and you're saying you can help improve the blood sugar and level control for this Flex diet. Is it good for diabetics? Because we got to eat a certain way, and eat certain times.
The beauty of the program is it's customizable. So you can swap things in and out. So the food's easy, it's affordable. There are more than 50 recipes in the book, but it's basic foods. In our Facebook group, I'm telling you, we have diabetics, pre-diabetics, we have menopausal women, we have guys who want to get back to fighting shape, everybody, which is why I'm telling people you got to join this group. Join our group, by the way. I do 2 Zoom coaching sessions a week for free. So tonight I got one at 9:15 Eastern.
For free?
For free.
I'm trying to help people, bro. So I get.
I'm trying to help you, bro.
Yeah. Like I don't want to. God's been good to me. I don't want to charge. People are trying
You know
to lose.
what, y'all? I
they're trying to
usually,
lose weight.
you know.
So join my group, MetFlex Diet. Ryan,
free.
why you want me to charge people?
No, because I'm always laughing at you, man, because you got a lot of bread, man. So it was so funny. He was like, you know what? I usually charge, but I'm going to do this for free.
Well, this is free.
Oh,
you
what?
can, yeah, FREE. Tonight I got one at 9:15.
Yeah.
And I do a Zoom session. People come on. I help them. We have different conversations.
Yeah.
I also have a workbook called the MetFlex Diet Workbook that people are using. But like I said, people drop a lot of weight. I mean, one lady dropped 25 pounds in 6 weeks. And it was
Dang.
crazy. And her blood pressure, her cholesterol levels,
Right.
people come off medication. So I'm excited about this. And you can have alcohol in this program certain days.
Word?
I know. I've never written alcohol into a program.
I'm saying, what's going
Well,
on?
because you can't do it on your keto days, but your
Right.
non-keto days, you can have a mixed drink, glass of wine, a beer.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to be falling off the bar stool, right? We're not going to, right?
Don't give me no leeway.
bitch.
Don't give me no leeway.
I'm in
No
keto.
alcohol, period.
No, you're going to have some alcohol. Listen, life is too short not to do things that are fun. So you're going to have
Right.
pizza sometimes. You're going to have some ribs sometimes. Yes.
Okay.
You're not going to have it every day, but we're gonna-
sometimes.
Yeah, we're going to have it sometimes. That's why people love the program. It's easy. Listen, first 10 people to hit me up on IG, I'm going to give away 10 copies. Can I do that?
Okay, yeah.
Did your
I
phone
did.
again. My IG is at Dr.
quiet,
Ian
Ian.
Smith. Spell the doctor out, IAN Smith. First 10 people who say they heard me on Ryan's show, we're going to give you a copy of the MetFlex Diet. Those who don't get it, don't worry about it. You can get it everywhere, but definitely join our Facebook group, and I'm going to hook you up.
Got a question for you. 404-741-1075. They want to talk about his new book, his new diet, the MetFlex Diet. Magic, hello?
Hi, I got a question.
Okay, what's your name?
Denise, hi, my question is it for people that don't eat meat too?
Wow, that's a good question. So the beauty of the program is that it's customizable. So a lot of people who do eat meat will love this program because you have keto. If you are a non-meat eater, though, you can have things like chicken. If you're saying you're a non-red meat eater, you can have chicken, you can have seafood. So you can swap in and out on those days where it's asking you to eat meat. So yeah, it's flexible, and people in the program, our Facebook group, which you should join, they're doing it.
It is your Ryan Report with Dr. Ian in the building. And all these reports, all the entertainment stuff is stuff that you can comment on. Let's start off with Lance Reddick from The Wire. Now, it came out yesterday that the coroner in a statement said that he died of heart disease, coronary artery disease, as the cause. But now his lawyer is saying they never performed an autopsy on him and saying, Cap, like, how y'all gonna say what somebody died of and you never performed an autopsy? He then goes on to say, Lance was the most physically fit person I've ever known. Mm-hmm. He exercised daily at his home gym, including extensive cardio work, and the availability of gym facilities was a contractual requirement for his work away from home. He ate as if a dietitian was monitoring his every meal. The information appearing on the death certificate is wholly inconsistent with his lifestyle.
Well, first of all, Lance Reddick was a great actor, and I met him late. I didn't meet him on The Wire. I met him watching Harry Bosch on Amazon, and he was the superintendent or chief of police for L.A. But so he was a great actor.
Right.
But when I saw the story originally that he died, I was surprised too because you never know what's going on inside somebody, but he looked very fit.
Right.
He was a slim guy, but you can't, as a coroner, you can't say the cause of death, or you can't conclude that it's heart disease when you haven't opened that person up.
Right.
There are other things you can. Heart disease is not one of them because you actually have to see
The heart.
whether or not he had, something wrong with the heart, with the arteries, coronary arteries.
Right.
Those are the vessels that feed the heart.
Right.
So I have read where they said he died of coronary artery disease.
Right.
Saying that means you have to have seen
You saw it.
that there was some blockage in his coronary arteries. So I don't know about that. I agree with the lawyer. You got that. That don't sound right.
All right. In other news, Narcan is being pushed as the cure all for fentanyl overdoses, saying that they can bring somebody back around in as little as 2 minutes, and it'll be sold in all 50 state pharmacies. What do you think about Narcan? What do you think about we've talked about epidemics and with opioids and stuff, but this fentanyl thing is unbelievable.
It's out of control, and it's killing a lot of people. And people are getting bad fentanyl, unfortunately, so they're getting bad stock of it.
Right.
And they also don't understand the dosing, right? Like at a certain threshold, it becomes lethal. So, the average person doesn't realize what that threshold is,
Right.
why people are dying. They're overdosing because they don't know what that cutoff is. Now, Narcan is actually wonderful. Narcan is something that can bring people back. It's typically, though, used in emergent situations.
Right.
So you go to the scene, someone says this guy, OD'd on fentanyl or another drug, and they give them Narcan. So it brings people back. I don't know about distributing it in pharmacies like that.
Right, like
because,
buying it,
Yeah, because my concern is that what happens if you do that, then people are gonna think that they can take drugs, indiscriminately.
Just hold on to this while I take this in case something goes wrong.
That's right.
I want to ask you about, they're saying that the Air Force, nobody's joining service, right? The Air Force is now saying they're going to loosen their BMI requirements for men and women. 26 now for men and 36 for women, trying to boost recruitment. What do you think about that?
Whoa. It says that they're going to allow women with a 36 BMI?
I'm in the Hall of Fame, right? I know how to damn read it.
I just want to make sure.
Do I say it again?
Say it again. Right, clarification.
36% for women and 26% for men, because they said it's allowing them to have a higher percentage of recruits because no one is signing up.
I mean, listen.
What makes you think bigger people want to sign up, yo?
Well,
No, what I'm saying, they're going to get disqualified because of the requirements, right?
Well, the purpose of the requirements when it comes to the physical or the body habitus is performance, right? I mean, you want people to be healthier because, when you're in
Active duty
situations,
Right.
Like, for example, we had a firefighter unfortunately die in Chicago. He didn't die from the fire. He died climbing up the steps.
With all the equipment.
Had a heart attack. He was older. He was overweight, unfortunately. So I don't listen. You want more people to come in. They probably could loosen up a little bit, but the numbers you just read, and I agree, you can read very well. You're a Hall of Famer. The numbers you just read are a little wide, in my opinion. I'm not an expert on it, but that's a little wide.
1 of every 3 young adults 17 to 24 are too heavy to serve.
Right.
So when you look at what we're seeing now, why is it so expensive to eat healthy?
Well, it's actually less expensive than it used to be. Okay, number one.
Yeah.
But it's more expensive because processed foods
Right.
are the cheap foods.
Right.
And because manufacturers are putting all these chemicals and processed ingredients in the food that make you addicted to the taste and the flavor and the texture, but it's cheap.
Right.
It's cheap food. So that's why when you eat food that is healthier and doesn't have all these processed ingredients, it's because the ingredients typically tend to be more expensive and the manufacturing process of those foods tend to be more expensive, and therefore they pass that expense on to the customer. But I would argue with people who say it's overly expensive compared to bad food. Is there a margin of expense? Yes, but guess what? Guess what's more expensive than that? Surgery because you have a diabetic foot.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. And all the modifications you got to make,
right.
and the insulin. And I'm not picking on diabetes, but I'm just saying.
You're saying these are
I'm
some
saying
of the causes.
the chronic diseases that come from eating all this processed foods.
Yeah.
Particularly for us, by the way, it's okay when you're younger, everything's fine, but when we get older, then we have the higher mortality rates and all these different diseases.
Have we gotten more lazy now when it comes to dieting and exercise? Because we had a story that came out today. We hadn't even talked about it yet, but since you're here. The man BBL.
The what?
The man's BBL, where they're taking you they say to maintain it, it's $4,000 a year, and basically they're going in and nipping and tucking, and they were showing your thoughts on that, because now the BBLs for women is totally out of control. People risking their lives to go overseas for somebody that they never heard of, and I don't think a lot of people. I remember one of my friends wanted to get liposuction. He was like, man, I couldn't do it because I guess the scapula they were using and the chemicals, it was like, it makes your heart race. Can you talk about it?
Well, listen, liposuction and procedures like that are meant to be sculpting procedures. That's a difference. You have stubborn areas, like maybe your love handles that you can't get rid of,
Right.
certain pockets that are difficult even though you're working hard.
Right.
That is that's acceptable and understood. But using these surgeries for weight loss is not what they're supposed to be doing. So
Okay.
unfortunately, we're back in a trend now because it dies down and comes back. We're back in a trend where people are getting these BBL procedures, and they're expensive, number one, and number two, there's side effects. And in fact, you can remove too much fat. If you remove too much fat, that can be very dangerous because you have to have a balance. So, listen, the old-fashioned way is the best way, right?
Yeah.
Eat better, exercise better, and then if you have pockets of fat, you can go in and get those, sculpted a little bit. But you can't do weight loss surgery that way.
So we were talking about trends earlier in weight loss and the lipo. What's your whole take on the Ozempic trend?
Uh-oh.
So listen, Ozempic is a type 2 diabetes drug.
Right.
It was not manufactured for weight loss. They discovered that as a side effect, people are losing weight. And it works two major ways. One, it's an appetite suppressant, so you don't feel hungry. And it also increases your satiety, a feeling of satisfaction. It slows down your emptying time in your gastrointestinal system. So your food stays in your system longer, you feel full longer.
Right.
That's why it works. That's really all it is. There's nothing else special about it. But you got to be careful. There are a lot of side effects. Vomiting, diarrhea, nausea are just a few of the side effects. And the other problem is when you stop taking Ozempic, guess what happens?
What happens?
Your body's like, get back.
All the weight comes back. So do you want to take a drug for the rest of your life? No. In order to lose weight for the long term, you have to still do old-fashioned lifestyle changes, which is you have to eat a little better, not perfectly, and you got to move a little more, not all the time, and that will make a difference.
And I have to thank you because I was on my weight loss journey like before pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And I read bits and pieces of I can't remember what book. But the problem I'm running into because you have so many.
Yes, understood.
Because you're paid.
It was green eggs and ham.
I wish I had that book.
What's your suggestion for? I can't get the belly fat gone. I still work out. I don't drink. I eat different things. I can't get the belly fat gone?
Intermittent fasting is the best thing for belly fat.
Intermittent
Fasting. Very rarely do I say that you can actually target a particular area of fat, but research has shown that when you do intermittent fasting, and there are many types, and in my book, MetFlex Diet, which I hope you'll try, I have 3 different types that you do. The one that will probably be very effective is the alternate day fast, where you do 1 day of normal eating, the next day is 500 calories, then go back to normal eating. And when you do that, in the fasting period, you're driving your body into your fat stores because fat is a storage form of energy, and you're breaking down the fat to use for energy rather than the energy you get from food because you're not eating during your fast. Okay, so IF, we call it IF. IF is really great for that.
Okay, I'm about it.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Join our group. Once again, our
Right.
group is called
For free.
For free. It's called MetFlex Diet on Facebook. And on Instagram, hit me up at Dr. Ian Smith. Spell the doctor out, I-A-N Smith. Let me know you heard me on Ryan Cameron Show.
Have you ever wanted to, anybody ever ask you to endorse a product, a medical product?
Oh, all the time.
I want to ask you about this product that Tay Diggs is endorsing.
Oh, Tay is?
The insomnia treatment, right? Okay, well,
I haven't seen it.
Here's one of the side effects.
Okay.
One of the side effects is that you won't be able to open your eyes or move.
Are you serious right now?
I'm not making this up. When I saw this on TV, I had to rewind it. I said, possible side effects, you were unable to open your eyes or move. I was like, imagine.
Sorry, I'm not laughing.
No, but I'm saying, wake up, Ray. Wake up, Ray. He's not moving, and he can't open his eyes.
Oil.
What could possibly? Is that not a hell of a side effect?
Well, here's the thing. I tell people
Yeah,
all the
fix this. Come on, I'm convinced.
I tell people all the time, listen, those commercials, when they start talking, there's a lot of mess in those commercials. And that part of the commercial is a lot of mess up in there. And they go real fast on it. Now, I'm not going to hurt a brother for,
You ain't gonna hurt the bag.
Tay's trying to do his thing, and he's not a medical professional, and there are side effects to everything. But the side effect you just said,
You can't move and you can't open your eyes.
That's called death.
I was going to say, I was going to say side effect.
You're
That's
gonna scare
the last side
somebody.
effect.
Sorry, that's called death.
You can't move and you can't open your eyes.
Just saying.
But you will go to sleep.
I'm going to talk to Tay about this one. He may not know it, though. With all due respect, he may not even know that
You
that's
cash that check, bro. We know you got to go, man. What time's your flight?
very soon.
Okay,
But I'm
bye.
hanging out with my boys, though. It's all good.